today is a very special occasion for the children in the school who are members of the Baha'i community and for their families. So we're assembling here to acknowledge that and acknowledge their presence within the school. So our school choir, whom you've all heard before, have very kindly are going to perform 2 songs for us, specially composed or specially selected by the Baha'is for the occasion. And Shireen and Layla's daddy, Mr. Nara here, is going to give us, Patrick Omar is going to give us a little talk about the community. So we'll have a short assembly to just acknowledge the very special occasion it is for those of us among the school community who are Baha'is.
We're going to start with the choir. They're going to sing a song which is calling out for peace. Because now really is the time for the world to come together and live in peace. This is the main message of Baha'u'llah, the founder of the Baha'i faith. So before the choir start, I wanted to really thank the school on behalf of the Baha'is, the Baha'i parents. We're very, very grateful for this opportunity to make this presentation. So thank you, and thank you, Mrs. Kavanagh and the choir, for putting so much effort. Claire was telling me that whenever they were having the Baha'i class, they'd always hear in the background the choir practicing away. So you've worked hard, and thank you very much. So maybe if the choir could start with this song. It's a plea for peace, this song.
A plea for one world is heard in many different lands. This is a plea of a world that is hungry for peace. Let all men come together, let all men live together happily in all kinds of weather, singing a song of peace. A plea for one world is heard in many different lands. A plea for one world is heard in many different lands. This is a plea of a world that is hungry for peace. Let all men come together, let all men live together happily in all kinds of weather, singing a song of peace, singing a song of peace.
So, this is a song of peace. I want to share with you something. 2 weeks ago, I was in Israel in the Holy Land, at what for me was the most exciting event I've ever been at in my life. Because this year is a very, very special year for the Baha'is. Because 100 years ago, the founder of the Baha'i faith, Baha'u'llah, died. And so this year, the Baha'is are commemorating this. And in Israel, 2 weeks ago, 19 Baha'is from every single country in the world, every single country, you name a country. Mongolia, there was somebody there from Mongolia. Ireland, there was loads. Australia, England, America, Australia, every country, the whole place.
Okay, we have all the countries now, we
All
don't
the
need
countries.
any more.
This is the place I went to. This is the place where Baha'u'llah is buried. And about 3,000 Baha'is from, as I said, all over the world, all those countries you named, representing the local people came. And this is the, you can't really see it very well, but this is the place where Baha'u'llah is actually buried, this place here. We gathered in this garden, 3,000 Baha'is. to commemorate his passing. You can see how beautiful these gardens are. Lovely, lovely gardens. And these gardens, do they look beautiful? Aren't they lovely? You can see all around here, this whole building, there's lovely gardens. Now, here are some pictures. These aren't actually from, but this gives you an idea of the type of people who were there. Black and white, all different colours. People from China, people from South America, people from India, all the peoples of the world, all different backgrounds, gathered together. Coming together in unity like this song, unity and peace like this song. Here you can see it, some of the youth of different colours, different countries. This is somebody from South America, from the southern part of Argentina. From all over the world, people gathered. Now, why did these people come together? Why? Yes, do you have an idea? To celebrate the passing of Baha'u'llah, the death of Baha'u'llah 100 years ago. And you know, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about Baha'u'llah. Why did 3,000 people come to commemorate the death of this man? Because this man 100 years ago came with a message to mankind to say, now is the time for us to break down all the barriers that are dividing people. Can you think of some of the barriers that are dividing people? War. Anyone else got an idea of a barrier? The Iron Curtain. Well, you all have the right idea. Racism, for example. Blacks and whites fight each other. People from different religions. Catholics and Protestants, or Jews and Muslims, they fight each other. Some people living in one country think they're better than people living in another country. But Baha'u'llah came with a message to say, now is the time for all the peoples of the world to learn to live together, to forget about these barriers that divide people. So this was the message of Baha'u'llah, and he was put in prison because of this. Can you imagine somebody with such a nice message? He was put in prison because of this. And for 40 years of his life he was in prison. Now let me describe one of these prisons to you. If you can imagine a house, well, can you imagine 2 big flights of stairs? Okay, 2 big flights of stairs, going right underground. Going underground into a really, really dark place where no light ever came in. A black pit. Exactly, the black pit it was called.
And it was so dark.
It was so dark that no light came in. No light came in whatsoever, and it was cold, and it was covered in mud, and there was no seat, so you had to sit in the mud, and after a few weeks your clothes rotted off you, and there was rats, and for 4 months they put Baha'u'llah in this place, 4 months, and you know they had special chains in this place that they placed around somebody's neck, and they gave it a special name actually, a special chain, and they placed this around Baha'u'llah's neck. So Baha'u'llah spent most of his life in places like this because he came with a message to unite all the peoples of the world. So all these Baha'is, and I was there 2 weeks ago, who gathered together, really were coming to say thank you, Baha'u'llah, for suffering, for giving all of this suffering in your life. He was a prince, you know. He was a prince. You know what a prince is? A rich person. He didn't have to do this. So we came there to say thank you, Baha'u'llah, for bringing all the peoples of the world together. You know, I have just a slide of one of the prisons he was in. This is one of the prisons he was in. It's not like going really below ground. I couldn't get a picture of that one. This is a prison, one of the prisons he was in Israel. He ended up in the Holy Land of Israel. No, I don't actually have a slide. It was in here. And this is facing the sea. It was in there in prison. This is facing the sea. And in those days there was no glass on the windows kind of thing. So the cold air would blow in and it'd be very, very cold. Even though it was in the Middle East, it was very, very cold. So, all these people gathered. 3,000 people from all those places you thought of. When you go back into your class, if you have an atlas in there of the world, look at some country that's very far away. You can't even dream of ever getting. And there was a Bahá'í there from there. Okay. So here are some more of the people. People from Africa. Okay. Where are they from? Anybody have any idea where they're from? No? Not China? Mexico. South America. Okay. I'll tell you where they're from. South America. They're from Peru.
Bray, England.
Now, let me finish. Okay, we'll have one more song now. One more song, which is about Baha'u'llah. One more song, which is about Baha'u'llah. And again, if I can thank you all for coming here. And I think you'll be getting everybody will be getting a little gift in your class now soon. So look forward to that. Okay, so one more song.
I said we listen to the choir, please. Thank you. Andrew. You as well. There's no need to grab them because they're brought in uncorrected.
There's three each.
There's three each. We haven't counted. Okay, so did you repeat? Okay, and thank you. Remain seated, please. Remain seated, please.
Gavin? Okay. Jen? Green? Malachy?
No, it's okay.
This is nice as going to the sweets. There, Malachy, have a sweet. What's wrong with you going?
Don't do that.
Bring this down to the secretary, please. Take the other one and in with the
Have a look at this little baby here. Let's have a look at this little baby.
She's big, in her mouth.
you stay here? Where you were there, weren't you? Good man. Let him stand there now. Good boy. Let him stand in there. Let him stand in. He was in front of you now. Come in here. No, that's where he was. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Nothing. Bye-bye.
Don't do what?
Nothing. Okay. Bye now.
Bye. Bye. Looking at the ground.
Battery's running out.
Battery shot. How do you know that?
The light's flashing.
There you are now. You can take the last shot.
The last shot.